Our classic. Just gonna pick his Leona. Yeah, it really makes sense, right? The only downside I see is that the Merc's value will skyrocket, but it's not the end of the world. There is not that much AD damage
after he pushed the lane in, so T1 know ahead of time that this is happening, but they want to go for the 2v2 here actually, as Beryl coming in, and so is Lucid. Guma in a bit of trouble. He does have the cleanse and the flash, but now going to get stunned down. There's the cleanse, but you just can't get away from the rumble, as it is a very nice gank set up here by D+. Owner does come up, gets stunned, but Beryl is in a rough spot himself, so they do trade it back eventually, right?
He's dead.
Yeah, okay. Eventually, okay, they almost give the kill over to Faker, actually, which would have been nice. But Owner does...
There wasn't really any cross map. This should be a good angle for a dive, though. He's already aggroed on the turret, but I think it's fine.
Oh, well, they kind of just juggle the Ornn in between the turret, and Doran is going to go in onto Showmaker, and now he flashes, which... you're already dead, so you're not going to get away.
Unfortunately, aiming won't have his flash for this fight.
This is going in directly on the Guma, but that is pretty deep. Keria zoning with the Pop Blossom as Lucid getting incredibly low. He will be punished for going that deep, but they do trade it back onto the enemy jungler. Now trying to take down Showmaker, but it's not exactly working out. They finally take down Beryl, and now Showmaker 1v3, but Faker dashes over the rocks and aiming nearly full health. He's going to take a big chunk, but now DK immediately turn it around as they go way too deep for that one, and they have punished.
Once the kill comes free, gets his passive, he gets so much free attack speed. As he gets multiple blight stacks, he's still going to be doing a lot as a counter. Turn on Beryl.
Yeah, trying to go on a Beryl here. I think Beryl is just dead. 1v3.
Yeah.
He's going to start clearing the wave.
Hey, he warded.
Yeah, nice.
He gets value. Good stuff.
Okay, they finally killed the Leona. You know, you've got Dorn and bot. He does have TP, but a fight doesn't really break out. T1 don't want to go in on the grub fight, so they just back away.
The Showmaker, they're going to just accept. This is something that DK in particular do, and Showmaker does this more than almost any other mid. That one's called fishing. A patch like, I want to say 5-6 patches ago, where they changed Lethality Varus, and I do think he's much more of a threat now. Is Faker just going...
Control ward right there. He's getting his bar ready, but still a bit of time, so he'll be able to push a wave in first. Still doesn't have to, as you mentioned before. There's the wall. Lucid in next to the Rift Herald as Doran gonna get stunned up. There's the smite going to Lucid. They get it. A nice ult comes in from Doran. The follow up a little bit late, but now Lucid in a rough spot as down will go Showmaker, down will go Lucid, and now the ult goes in on aiming, who actually does survive for quite a while.
Going to see that I picked up. It's a really big win for T1. They get bunch of kills. Is just saying, well, you can have the dragon. I don't really care. He's going to get the full outer ring of turrets with Faker picking up yet another.
Infernal Solo coming through.
We'll see. No DK, we are going to get a crazy Otacon setup as Beryl goes in.
Just baiting out the ult, you know. Just a normal day in the life for Beryl. And now we got, the big impale! Gets him over the wall as well! And that's the end of Owner. And T1, they were in a good spot, but now they're losing two as big damage comes out. And the flick on the Faker into the ult from aiming. It is massive for DK, and right before the Otacon spawns.
Oh, according to Beryl's plans, I can hear Atlas yell. He's not even in low bar! As Beryl sets up a tasty bait, and guess what? They fall for it, as this should never ever hit the mark, although Lucid's getting taken.
Don't even just throw it away. There's no chance you're stealing that as Jin. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, if the wave is pushed up, or
classic Beryl.
Classic Beryl was.
Here's a replay. I guess Faker just died, or maybe they got.
This isn't Soul Point. It looks like T1 is just gonna take that, and I think this is fine.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. It doesn't feel amazing.
If you're in the pit and you get toasted, or Showmaker gets on top of you,
or maybe they will just start
it. Well.
Oh, okay, well they started it and then they didn't. So they're trying to turn onto a Leona, not the best idea, but Beryl does get extremely low, as now Doran also not the target here. Getting onto that back line as huge disappears. The damage was insane. as he just gets crit down. Beryl also in trouble here. Amy taking a bunch of damage as now the engage comes in from Keria, and Owner is going insane mode on this backline. Incredible play from Owner in that.
Right, yeah, I was about to say, he just doesn't have the damage. So that's going to be Baron. Off of an amazing team fight here for T1. This, right? They're just going to watch it be taken, and DK looks like T1 fighting just a little bit too much. T1 just biding their time. Still has less kills, by the way, than DK do.
Well, he's throwing in a Pop Blossom just to try to survive, but he's going to die anyway. Nice little pick from DK. Going to take out the Nico, and Beryl doesn't get rooted either. Big seismic goes in! As all of a sudden, yeah, he goes in. I'm not sure about that one. Owner just avoids the Impale. And it's a trade. Now, I feel like this is still good for DK, even though the end of that was rough. They did take out one of the guys that had Baron and stop the push.
He'll take it.
Now we're fighting. We're looking for Guma. He's in a bit of trouble, but he does flash away. He does an incredible amount of damage at this point in time. And sticking around is DK. They're committing.
DK?
They're committing to this one, but now the Jhin is opened up. But the Jhin is low. They're trying to just run at the Jhin. It's not exactly working either. Okay, they do take him down. Siu, though, going 1v2 on the top side. Eventually, he does die, but Owner trying to go 1v3. He takes out one, and the dogs are soaking up so much damage, but Showmaker just trade it back. And now, it's kind of an even fight. Doran has to frontline. The TP! Oh, Garia does come over, and that'll be the end of that. As both of them
going crazy, and then here, they try to hard force. They get Guma's flash, and then because he's Jhin, and he's
the story that you were trying to say, that you were trying to tell. Just gonna ult aiming
they're
here.
falling for it.
And they're going pretty deep for the Varus as the ult comes in and aiming goes incredibly low, does get taken out, but now Owner is so deep behind enemy lines. That's the ult back on a barrel, but still does go down. But they took out Showmaker amongst the chaos, and this is a great opportunity for T1 to potentially end the game. Siu gets taken down by Faker, and that'll be the end. A double kill as Faker does dive the turret. And now they're looking for, they don't quite have the wave, but they're clearing it, and I think the death timers at 35 minutes should be long enough.
They will be. Doran on a tank, Guma on Jhin. The T1 going to get themselves a big win here in this series, and great one to start, back and forth here. T1 though, once they got control, once that fight came through, once Siu ended up dying, didn't really ever feel like T1 was gonna relent, and relentless they were. It's very straightforward, right? It's a early game skirmishing and snowballing comp. It has a great late game win condition in the Gwen, but Gwen really at this point is in any point of the game win condition. And if they get to it's mid to late.
Does it? I mean, game one, we had a lot of this.
I'm hoping that if I say it will happen. And generally that's not.
That's the opposite of the way it goes.
Well, that's
here at the LCK.
I have no impact. We know that's how it works, right?
That's what you think. Yeah.
I can say it, and it won't, or it will happen. But this is not a bit. This is really what I believe.
Okay. We'll see how that works out for you. Siu kind of getting ganked here. Did not expect this, and now with no flash available, it's just an easy kill setup for T1. First blood.
That easily, but the game state for DK, at least towards the top half of the map, not in as much shambles as that 1v1 matchup.
All have that thing in common.
This is
that they can do everything essentially. 1v1 here. Charm just come down on a Faker, but still going to take a good trade. Especially 2017 coming back. This was the meta. Sit around and get one kill. And
just watch it happen.
Yeah, we do have Doran trying to greed for the turret. He will get it, and now Owner comes down. Not going to hit the ult, though. Smite onto Siu, and we got TPs coming in from both sides, but Siu should be the first to go down eventually. As looks like he's still going to be alive, actually. They don't get him. Siu's just on the edge of this one. Faker wants something. As finally Owner says, okay, I'll take out the Gwen.
Oh, the resets.
So yeah, here comes the resets. Faker does try to go in, but it's a little bit too little and too late. And Lucid gets that first reset. Aiming comes on over. It's a kill for him. And Keria as well is going to be caught up in the mess. They give that kill over to Lucid.
We gotta murder Siu again. And this time, DK is ready as I was.
At least some farm. Otherwise, it's 4v5. And DK, they have more presence here on this objective. They'll take down the Rift Heralds. And they do have for action. I'm okay with it. And there he goes. And, well, he's going to create space. As now in goes Carry with the Faxon. Wombo combo comes down from DK. They only get the chase, but he was the guy. He was the one guy who had to live. And instead, the rest of the low health members will be cleaned up here by DK. As Faker, the last remaining survivor. It's just going to be a clean 5-for-0 ace.
Like, unless you get into aiming immediately, that's not quite enough as I don't know.
Barrel?
That's fine, it's Barrel.
Yeah, I guess they're baiting Guma. I don't know. It worked, whatever that was. Guma just dying on the right side, and now follow up here from Lucid, who is 4-0-5, 100% kill participation for him.
I don't think getting the dragon was worth it, Valdes. I'm just gonna make that call right now.
The Chemtech Soul, I mean, they might not even get it. Aiming, nice dodge. Doesn't have his cleanse, but he will flash and get out of there. And Barrel's right there to set up for the team. Faker just half-hearted ult just to do a bit of damage. Doran trying to go in, trying to flash for the kill. And yes, he will get it. But is it worth it? Might take down Barrel as well, but Shield comes in, and Barrel will secure the kill. Aiming's like, no, Barrel, come back.
Yes, there is no similarities between DK and KT.
Yes, absolutely not. Okay, trying to beat this fight, I guess. As Barrel goes in, he's going to catch 3 once again, and the front line just dies. I mean,
it's Hail Mary.
T1 were not really ready for that fight, it felt like. And it's just going to be an easy cleanup for them. Lucid on the Omega Fed Viego. Not much they can do against that.
I think they thought they were ready, but they were not.
Yeah.
So game 3, Valdes, we're getting it!
We're getting a game 3.
Woo!
It's actually happening.
Let's go!
And Lucid,
I liked game 1 more than game 2, Valdes. I have to be real honest with you.
Yeah. This one started off good.
It started off with great tension building, and then there was the one scene that just took out all the tension, and now we're just like, what?
Now it's just a Marvel movie.
We thought we were going for like cool atmospheric horror, and then it just turns into like, here's the monster. It's not scary at all. It's just gonna waddle around.
And you know exactly how it's gonna end because you've seen this type of movie a million times.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Well,
just gets the reset all over the place. Barrow hasn't died. That's what kind of game.
How is that even possible?
I mean,
for sure, mental advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, we're just going all in on the Doran, who tries to flash but dies instead. And it's a 7th kill for Lucid, but they found Siwoo, and it should be a withdrawal here, but the needles are coming out, as is the miss. This Gwen is actually doing quite a lot, but does eventually lose the 1v2. And it's just a withdrawal, so DK not really caring too much about you in this case.
Trying to think of analogies, Valdes. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror movie? Do you have one? Like the genre?
Not particularly.
That makes sense.
Hereditary was pretty good. Guma just going to get ulted here once again as he gets flipped back by the Barrel. As T1 really on their last legs here. Faker desperately trying to do a bit of damage. No double up there, but it's still a Yone that is not able to do enough. They're too far behind. The wallets are so heavy. It's just a mid inhibitor. So the game won't end here. Aiming is just trying to bait this game to end, I think. As he flashes away, now just 1 shot away, not able to take a Guma. But he certainly did bait the fight.
5 seconds on the Otacon buff, DK. Maybe leave?
No. TPN. All right, well, now they don't have the Otacon buff. Lucid?
We do need to leave, guys.
I mean, T1 identified that it's gone, and...
Oh, maybe the horror movie is that DK somehow loses this game, and we're just going to be caught off guard by the twist? No.
Well, no. Just, yeah, not quite going to happen. They're just blocking everything and knowing exactly where Faker's going to come back to. See, making back some of that gold that he lost earlier on. And Owner as well will be a sacrifice here on the left side for the team. As there you go, he does gain a gold lead by the end of the game. Keria just trying to catch the wave here. And a little desperation. He knows the game is over, but he'll be able to delay just a little bit as she was in their base. just catching the bot wave at the same time. DK having a bit of fun at the end.
And DK gonna bring us to a game number 3. It was a lot of comfort in the draft, and the game was actually quite close until it wasn't. And then from that point on, it was a beatdown. Very different from game number 1. As are we?
Yes.
Yes. Gotta crank up that shield, KDA.
Yeah. Gotta play for that KDA. They get another kill.
Into the Braum is gonna feel quite rough. I like it into Lilia though, having a guaranteed way to set up. And yeah, one of my favorite moments of the open mics is Lucid being like, I don't know, I've never be the one that creates the action.
That's true.
Which they're not doing.
You have to earn recognition,
Well, last time the game was close, and then DK won a 5-0. Yeah.
This is like the Wolf level of lead. As we got an arrow just gonna flash it, and now the Braum is in so much trouble. As he's stunned 100-0. I mean, there was nothing he could do. Faker had to flash.
Yeah,
doing a strong, fooling us once again.
So now T1 has been demoted from a close to solid lead to just a recognizable lead.
Yeah. They were getting close to tier 3, but now they're like back at tier 2.
All right.
Especially because...
What lead? Where on the scale do we...
Oh, the arrow's insane! Aiming's Ashe! I should not have called for the Zeri when he can play Ashe like this. And he is the one setting up all these plays.
He stands alone. Oh,
it's just you never expected.
Owner.
It's very fast, but you can't get away from that amount of CC. Knocked into the wall, but Keria comes on over, helping him out of it. He's holding the door, and now they've gone very deep for this one. We got the Dominus, the buff level 11 one, taking away the damage. And there goes Shiwu, who just got baited into this one by his team. And now Beryl, well, he's dead. The only question is who's going to get the kill. As he's very fast, but Lilia's faster. And eventually, yeah, the bowling ball hits him in the face.
This Dragon, I do think, with how the positioning from T1 is going to go over, because it looks like Aiming is setting up a bait. Showmaker is in the area with Flash. Is going to fall for it.
I mean, Aiming might die anyway. Showmaker comes in, he's like, oh, well, I can't do much now. It's Infernal Soul.
Oh, yes, please. Either of these teams with Infernal Soul? Turret is just going to go, though. Like, DK are now sending Showmaker over. That turret is gone.
Yeah, we don't have any feats of warfare yet, so these turrets, that's the first turret going over to T1. They're getting one step closer, and they get the objective as well, so they will be able to pick up the feats. As the arrow's so close again, still going to go for it here is Beryl, but that is a victor. And Beryl going to get stunned up here anyway.
DK is rapidly losing control of the map.
Yep, Perry going to put this one into the turrets, and he's going to go for a little drive.
TP!
Oh, TP. They got to make something happen is what I was about to say. They got to make plays, otherwise they just lose. And they will be able to find Faker here with a Pantheon ultimate and a TP. And there you go. So you're going to pick up the kill. Increase their lead. We'll see where it goes from there. Next objective to fight over will be the Infernal Drake.
It's gone. Let's leave it be. It looks like that's the call. 2 items are just not done.
Yeah.
DK would go for Dragon. DK, they're not seeing this coming at all.
He's just going to face check the brush. Lucius is dead. And that's the jungler of DK. And
yeah, you saw Aiming was trying to play. She was going to look for a back and TP in. I don't know if they have the time. They need to try and stop this, though. And they do have a lot of AoE damage.
I mean, Showmaker might just send it in with the Renekton ultimate, or they're just going to give it away.
Oh,
they just give it up.
I think you have to send it there. You might lose the game off of it, but I don't think you can just give them Baron and Otacon.
Well, you can just lose the game off of not doing anything as well. And I do have news for you, though. Beryl did, in fact, pick up his first item a minute ago.
Yeah, he got that in the kills. I saw that.
Yeah.
Would have been good if he had that when Lucid died.
Well, at least he had vision. He had control of the map with his control words. And now T1, they have a very big lead.
Are they going to try and die? Like, are they going to die Faker? Yes.
Otacon, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also item lead at some point isn't that relevant anymore. It's kind of what I'm saying.
I mean, you need like another 15 minutes for that.
I know.
I don't know if that's going to happen in this game. T1 shouldn't let it happen. And now the engage Braum actually not bad. Coming on in, nice amount of poke damage onto all the DK members. They have to back off the turret, and Owner's looking for more. Still got a minute on the Otacon buff, by the way.
And Baron.
And Baron. They actually synced it up very nicely. And there's no reason for them to ever back away. And even if they get a withdrawal, like, who cares? It's 200 gold. Just TP back in. So they're taking bot lane. They're taking mid lane. And DK eventually, we've said this, eventually, at some and he's not generating rage, so I don't know why. Okay, they're going to knock away the Braum, and they find the angle here into the front line, and it's actually Faker who goes down first, but Doran in the back line ticking away onto everyone. He gets taken out as well. It's 5v3, and Shiu gets the resets. There was an unlosable Chronicler. There was an angle. They take 3 of them down. Showmaker trying to go in onto Owner. And will have it as the max range on the chains, and Carrier's killing a turret in the base. He'll just execute to the fountain.
The standing gold!
The standing gold!
Find a miracle fight. Curses aren't real.
Standing gold?
No game is unlosable.
Standing gold?
Standing gold!
But I have set it up perfectly to get a game on our hands.
You're a great caster,
I
Valdez.
can see it.
This is all we need. Looking for a base. I think Death Dance might be done. It's going down quickly, but T1, they get the TP. Is that enough?
Yeah, they're gonna get the 1 TP.
Yeah, blown up in seconds. Good vision here as barrel.
He's going backwards at least, and he's just dead! Explodes into a flurry of infernal cinders, and now Lucid tries to follow up on it. It might just die for the sins of Barrel. And now, T1 5v3, looking for Showmaker, and it should be enough as down he goes. The shutdown comes through, and DK, they gave us hope. We had a game for about 3 minutes, and then it wasn't a game again.
Unlosable, Valdez! You said it yourself! And it starts with Barrel and it ends with Barrel. Tries to look for a play, gets caught. The wave clear is decent. Ult is there for Shiu, but I don't think they can do this.
It doesn't look very likely as Shiu's getting bursted. He does get an insane amount of health back, but eventually it's just too much. The arrow, though, in the face. That's 2 kills! No! Barrel respawns! The game isn't over, guys!
Real!
I can't believe I even gave myself credit when I'm sitting next to the god himself of caster curses.
We're going for the fight. No one is trying to actually get this objective. It's all about the positioning.
All right, let's
Don't
see
know about Shiu.
who's got the hands, who's ready. The ult, it's gonna hit Faker away, and now the flank comes through for Shiu, but they don't commit to the fight.
Oh, that's the ult gone from Barrel. That's big. They're gonna try and burst it down. They're gonna try and flip. Doran is spotted.
I don't know if this is gonna work for DK. As now Barrel's going in, and the streak is not low enough. It's not low enough. They want to turn on the Doran now. It's getting real messy. It's getting incredibly messy. Doran's gonna go down, but so does the Drake to the side of T1. Lucid stays alive, though. It's a 5v4, and Shiu, he wants to make this fight him! Shiu does a lot, but he holds up the door, and now a massive flame from Owner onto nearly everybody. Isn't enough damage? It's the question. Faker on the right side on the Victor. He might recreate the Chovy moment. Look at the base. Oh, the base is in shambles as well.
Sustained damage just doesn't compare. The arrow?
The arrow. And that's a big one. TP coming in. Oh, they got a Pantheon as well. And the Zonus comes in. Can they get there in time to defend him is the question. And now aiming. He's getting slept. And he's taken out. Down goes aiming. The one guy who could get it done for DK. And they're trying to zone here for Shiu. He has incredible amounts of healing, but it's not enough against T1. They get the clean ace, and they will end game 3 in their favor.
And after all of that, Doran finds aiming and cuts him down.
Chops down the aiming tree. And there it is. T1 will take the 2-1 victory over DK tonight. Only 2 of us predicted it. And T1, they are back in the driver's seat.